Here we go. Let's see you guys break those boards. Yes. Yeah, I just want to see, did anybody not break their board that has one? And maybe just a bad attitude where they don't want to break it with their hand. Because there is another way to do this.
So that happened lately. I broke a board. And in this video, I'll let you know like the whole process behind it. Hi, I'm Fabienne Raphaël, business coach for high achievers, and I help you monetize your knowledge so you can fire your boss. And today I wanted to share with you a very deep experience that I had. It was a few days ago. I was attending a live event and we were talking about mindset and limiting beliefs and blocks and goals and all that stuff. At a certain point, we had to do an exercise and it was breaking a board. So the board that was given to us was like this. But for some reason, because I don't live in the same country as where the conference was hosted, I didn't receive the box with the board. So I was aware that we were going to break a board. So what I did is that I asked my partner, is it possible for you to go and get one? So he went to Home Depot and got me that board that you just saw in the introduction. So to me, it was a small and thin board. Everything was possible. And I would probably break it with my foot. I have very strong legs. I used to play team handball. I was very quick runner. So I knew that my legs could do it. So we are at the event and we have to write on top of the board, like what is the limiting belief that we want to get rid of? Under the board, what is the ultimate goal? So therefore, when we were going to break it, we would see the limiting belief and just crush it. And then on the other side is just like leading you into achieving that goal. It was perfect until I called my friend. I called my friend and I said, well, would you mind showing me the board that was sent to you so I make sure that, we are in sync with what we're going to do? She showed me the board that they received. It was small and thin like that. And I said, oh my God, how am I going to do this? How am I going to break this board? And all that inner talk started. No, why did you think that you were going to break this board? It's impossible. It's not going to work out. I'm scared and all that stuff. And all that talking was happening, right? I still haven't received my board, so I couldn't take anything else. And I was very dedicated and motivated into doing the exercise at the same time as the other 120 attendees virtually with the camera on, because the power that gets out of the audience at that exact same time is amazing. So I didn't want to be left out and I didn't want to do it like some other time when others were not watching or whatsoever. So my friend was starting to worry about me. She's like, I hope you won't get injured. And then I said to myself, well, if it's doable, if we do it with the foot, for sure I'm going to break this thing. Okay, so that's it. We went back to the conference and the person explaining how to break the board, she said, no, it's with the fist. It's with this part. So you have to go like this on the board, right? So I was like, oh my God, it's with the fist. So I text my friend. I was like, what am I going to do? It's with the fist. And she's like, I'm scared. I don't know. I hope you won't get injured, And she was actually starting to doubt about her doing it too, right? So we both of us were texting each other and trying to cheer up for each other. So I remember that when the lady said, okay, so the host of the event, she did it first and she broke 3 boards. She put 3 boards and she did it the first time. And it was impressive and amazing. And then she's like, okay, your turn. So everyone had their camera on. Well, almost everyone. I didn't have my camera on because again, I was ashamed. My board was not the same. It was bigger. I wasn't even sure I would break it. So I started the first time. I tried to break it and it didn't move. It didn't do anything. I was like, oh my God, this is going to be hard. What am I going to do? So I stood up and I started walking around and talking to myself. This is impossible. This is not going to happen. And, having that inner talk, trying to bring myself down and what did I think? That I had to buy this board instead of having like the same shape type of board that I should have had, right? What if I can break it in front of everyone else? Well, even though I was not in front because my camera was off, right? So therefore, I came back and was like, let me try again. Tried the second time, didn't work out. I was like, and now I was starting to get frustrated because I was like, okay, so this thing seems to be impossible. I was right? I'm not going to be able to do this. And as I was trying to, leave, I checked the board and it had cracked a little bit. I was like, okay, it might be possible, right? And then the last time that I tried it, I went full force and I broke the board. And I felt that breakthrough and I got rid of that limiting belief. And it was amazing and I was ecstatic. And why I was able to do it is because I was still hearing what was happening in the conference and the host asking, the lady that explained how to do this, she was like, so anyone broke their board? Are you okay? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like feeling the pressure that everyone else has broken their boards and I still need to break mine, right? So the third time I really went full force. And thinking about this, right? When I rethink about the event, you know that the number 1 and number 2 tries that I did, I wasn't going full force. Because I had in the back of my head that I was not going to achieve it, well, it's as if like my actions reflected what I thought. And I was going probably 80-85%. So out of 80 and 85%, there's no way that the board would have broken, right? Because I was not going full force. And we had spoken about that during the whole event and even before with my coach, the fact that sometimes we feel as high achievers that we are so much and we intimidate people. And for us, our 50, 60, 80% is to anyone else, they're like 300% because we're high achievers and we're intense. But in the back of my mind, deep down inside, I knew that I was not going 100%, I was going 85. And 85% is probably like to be able to settle and to not frustrate or to not like discomfort anyone around me. But for myself, if I know my full potential, I knew I was not giving my all. And when I did, guess what happened? I broke the freaking board, as I showed you before. So the moral of the story is anything is possible. The human brain has so much potential, but for some reason, we doubt ourselves. We're wondering like if it's possible. We are wondering what are people going to say. We're wondering a ton of stupid questions. But if we focus on what we really want to accomplish, and if we take all our fuel out of the potential that we have, and we put it all out, great things can happen. And in fact, since that breaking of the board, things have been shifting in my life abundantly. It seems that I receive so much more abundance and opportunities, and I see things more clearly now because I was able to have that breakthrough. So I'm not telling you to go and buy yourself a board and try to break it because I know that this exercise has to be guided a certain way. But what I'm saying is that if there's something in your life right now, especially with building your coaching business or wanting to leave your job that seems impossible for you for the moment, try to see and tap inside of yourself and realize, is it because like you're just giving half of your energy into things? And you're trying to make people believe that that half is your 100%? Food for thought here. So I want you to comment below what have been that experience with you about something that you thought was impossible and that you were able to accomplish? Or do you feel right now that there's something that you would aim for, but that you can't for some reason? I will be very happy to read you. If it's too personal, hit me up like on a private message on probably Facebook or LinkedIn. I will be happy to have that conversation with you because I feel that it's completely life-changing. And to hear more or learn more about how to build and grow your coaching business to eventually monetize your knowledge and fire your boss, well, subscribe to my channel right here, okay? So I'll see you in the next video.